Alright, so we're up here at Coker Chassis for this is the second day I'm up here checking on the cage. Yesterday they cut everything out. Now they are getting ready to put some bars in. So we'll talk here with Bob before he gets to welding the first couple bars in. You can see the difference already in how this cage is going to fit. So right now they have the main hoop in there and the first A-pillar bar, which as you can see the difference, before it used to come up here and connect to the halo, now it goes all the way back. And the first thing that you notice is this is a huge amount over from where the original one was.
I think we gained 3 inches each side.
So, and that's huge. And what that then does is that makes this door bar come out essentially 3 inches on each side as well. So that's why when you saw it was up against the seat, it was pretty tight there. So now it's, you know, a little bit more room. And as you can see, this bar here for the A-pillar, when you're looking at it from eye level, this is eye level, you can't even tell it's in there. It's tucked up so nice and tie and height. So, whoa, I messed up, high and tight. Little tongue twister there. Yes. But
also our A-pillar bar down here, it's just so much closer to this, it's going to give you a lot more
better look outside the window.
Yes.
I won't be, before I could look and see sunlight. I mean, I could drive out of the gap that was there, and now it's, as you guys can see, it's nice and snug.
You're really going to be hitting a tree now.
All right, so Bob's getting in here to, I guess, weld a portion of the bar.
Bar number 2.
So as you guys can see, same as the other side. This stands a little bit more up than the last one. It's obviously a lot closer. And I mean, look, it's in there right now. That's tight. Even here, like, you can barely put that piece of metal in there, huh?
Oh yeah.
And as you guys saw in the little machine they got over there, punch in the numbers, bend it, rotate it, bend the rest, and then they take it over to the mill and they mill out the notch, and it's ready to go. So pretty simple and gets the job done. Alright, so the cages in there, it has its A-pillar bars, which are essentially like half of the halo pretty much in there right now, and that's going to be all for today. Now what we're going to do is we're going to rip off the intake manifold and the battery cover, because these are getting sent out to be hydro dipped, which is going to be pretty cool.
I'm getting it all over it.
Fuel and paint mix really good though.
Yeah, they do.
So yeah, Kyle is going to be doing the hydro dipping. His hydro dipping company is called I Dip Your Shit.
Yep.
So that's why his truck, all the mirrors, all
check out the cocaine train.
We'll go show you the cocaine train. Are you supposed to be working? I can't be pulling you away from your work.
I deduct my time at the end of the day. Check out the cocaine train.
So here's what he dipped. It's like skulls and turbos in there. So you can see there's turbos and skulls all in there, and this is more formally known as the cocaine train.
Well, you could call it that.
Oh, and he's got the lights.
Change color too.
You dipped in there? What hasn't been dipped on this thing? Wow. Don't show off for the camera now. You're gonna get Greg A all pissed off.
Sorry.
How flaming is flaming?
Yeah.
Is it flaming? You keep these cold too?
I left them in the fridge.
So they're cold flame.
Yeah, so they're cool. It's a cool down flame. Controlled fire.
I'm excited to see how they turn out and how they look, and I can't wait to see how Kyle does on that, and it should be pretty fun and look pretty good when we put it back in there. Shane, so tell the people what we're doing right now.
Oh, we're gonna TIG weld this bar in. We're gonna tack it on the bottoms, and then we're gonna slide the whole cage.
Whoa! We can't tell Bob's secret. Whoa, we're gonna leave the cage exactly where it is.
Oh, okay, yeah. We're gonna leave it where it is, and then
just make it magically fit the rest.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're gonna break out the magic skills to weld the top real nice, and then we're gonna go from there. That's fun.
The magic has happened. All of these bars are now welded all the way around. They did cut holes in the roof. As you can see, they put them back together. You can't even tell there was holes there. And so now all the bars are welded 100% around. And now we are going to put, well, at least get that. That's already cut. Kyle, you already have all the bars measured out on the computer, right?
Yep.
So you have some of them cut and notched, like the dash bar there. That's the dash bar that's replacing the factory one. So that's actually going to weld into the cage here, unlike the other one. And as you can see, they cut out the old one and made room for it. And then what else do you have to do bar-wise to get this thing ready to rock?
Get the door bars in, get the back bars in, and then the back kicks back in there.
So this is pretty much, you got the main structure of the cage.
Yeah.
And then a lot more straight bars.
Yep. Easy bars.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. Easier bars.
Yeah.
It's still pretty cool. So the way he does it, I'm sure I'll show you at some point, but he has a computer system that you get all the measurements, put it in the computer, and make it online. So he actually makes a 3D version of the cage, and it tells you what weight, length, angle, where to notch it, where the bends go, and that's why you see him punching numbers into the bender. So it is pretty cool. To get everything exact. That's how I was telling him about this. He was able to get this to fit up right in between at the end of the headliner there. And I asked him, I was like, how? So he takes a measurement from the main hoop and goes to here, and then figures out where he wants to put the bend, and that's the angle he gets. So I mean, fitment wise, I mean, it's perfect all the way around here. And if you look at the car, from eye level, besides this main hoop, you can't even tell there's a top half of a cage in there until you go and look at it. I mean, and everything's up there real nice and tight. You can see that bar, how tight it is. I mean, over here there's barely any room. I can't put my finger in right up there. So that's, to say he makes a nice tight cage is an understatement. Fits like a glove or a cage.
What's that?
Fits like a glove or a cage, I don't know.
Say it fits like a glove.
But it is a cage.
It's a cage.
You guys can check him out on Instagram. You guys saw his comments earlier in this video. It is, I don't even know, shout it out and I'll put it right here.
Clean 24 valve, about 6 speed.
And although you did like headlights, mirrors, a lot of different things. And he's pretty good. I got the footage from that. I won't show it to you now. So the next video, when we put that intake manifold back on, you will see his work. It's pretty cool. He sent me the video, so I already saw it, and the finished product is insane. So be sure to check him out on Instagram. You put a lot of stuff like that up there? Stuff you're working on in the truck?
Mainly my truck on there, yeah.
You want me to drag your ass in my truck?
You can try it.
Oh, no, I won't do that. Everyone knows how slow my truck is. Yeah, but check him out on Instagram because he's been putting most of the cage in there, doing all the measuring, bending, and all that. So it's pretty cool. So as you can see here, the cage is coming right along. A couple more bars to get put in there, and we should be back on the road, get it painted, and then heading back down to North Carolina for Streetcar Takeover. Just a little hint here: I am supposed to be racing Leroy the Savage at Streetcar Takeover. Big heavy cow versus light C5 Leroy. So it's going to be fun. So everyone get excited about that and go drop comments on him, saying stuff about the Cowmaro. But this is breaking news. Cowmaro versus Leroy, Streetcar Takeover, North Carolina. So get excited. What's he do? Is this clean up, Riggy? Yeah. Just make a mess? Alright, so I just got out here to Coker Chassis. I'll show you guys an update of what's going on with the cage, where we're at now, and then we'll talk about it a lot more. I have a lot of good info and tell you guys how, if you want this exact cage, you can get it yourself. But last time you saw, they just had the perimeter in, they got the dash bar in, door bars, got that X done, they got the harness bar in, and this X is getting done. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to head out to my neighbor's shop. They have a Copo there, and we're going to look at the Copo. If you guys don't know what a Copo is, that's their factory drag car, NHRA spec, everything. Comes factory with a cage in it. This one has a big 4.5 liter Whipple supercharger on it. We're going to go take a look at the cage, see how they did the back half of the cage, see if we can learn anything off that, and plus check it out. So if you guys have not seen a Copo, it's going to be pretty cool to see that. So we're going to head out there now. Now I'm sitting inside the Copo. As you can see here, this is the factory cage that it came with. It's pretty similar, 10-point. I'm assuming it has a dash bar that goes through here. As you can see, it comes up and right down through the dash, and 10-point. The difference, mine has an X in it a little bit. This has 2 seats, but Bob, what do you think looking at this? What do you see?
Lots of triangulation.
And like you said, that's
lots
strength.
of reinforcement. Yep. Support that. So we're gonna take a look at that next. But I think what we could do here. But yours, if I tie this bar to this bar, then where the seat is met there,
yeah,
we can go down through there, and then it might just be a little puncture hole in the seat, and we'll
Yeah, so that's like, for the classes I run in the full interior streetcar class, so that's why we're looking at it like this. But I'm at the point where, you know, you cut a hole in the seat, put the bar through it. It's not like anyone rides in the back of the seat or anything like that. So I mean, this is pretty. This has a lot of different bars here and different angles in it, so it's kind of crazy. Definitely doesn't. Thing's gonna sound pretty meaty here.
I don't know why you just don't buy it instead of taking pictures of it.
Because mine's gonna go faster than it.
They'll have 200 grand in it.
Bob, hey, are you picking on me now? I'd hate to say it, but Bob, does mine start? Hey,
Said he took it off.
it might not be in park.
There's the jumper box right there.
You might have to put it in park before you.
Pretty sure it's
Are you sure?
There's the jumper.
Now it's in park.
Well,
Race car driver, John Force. All right, John Force.
my car.
John Force. Let's see it.
Listen,
Let's see it.
you're sabotaging. I don't have to put up with this bullshit.
All right, boys.
Calling you out.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. Keep talking. Keep talking. I don't understand how, but I get picked on by those young bucks all the time. So big thanks to them. I can't reveal the location of this little secret shop, but it was a nice little Chevy Cowmaro with the 350 with the 4.5 Whipple on it. So that's a pretty badass car. I think it runs like 850s. But we were just getting some research on the cage, right, Bob?
Correct.
Any ideas now? Changing the game plan a little bit?
Ideas.
Yeah. All right.
Here, they're tied in right here with that X. You know, they exit from here to there, and then they took one from here down to there. So, but what we want to do is set your seat in here.
Yeah.
And see
exactly where
what we got to do. I mean, these are pretty much the same location.
Yeah.
They just came straight down, which it's and bent it, which.
So if you bring that bend from down bottom up higher, does that change the structural integrity of that pipe?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because what we could do is where this bends this way, in the back, if we're gonna forward it, we could take a small kick off that, which will strengthen that.
Yeah.
That way we could put that part of the seat in, and maybe the only thing we gotta alter is the seat right here.
So they're thinking of a strategy. So while they're thinking about that, let me show you guys a couple other things. So the battery cover, I know I told you in the other video that I sent some stuff off with Kyle. I'll link his Instagram here because he does hydro dipping. So as you see, he hydro dipped my intake. Sorry, not my intake. He hydro dipped my battery cover in cow print, and I think it looks pretty sweet. And also, he hydro dipped my intake manifold, which is just honestly probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So if you want any hydro dipping or need any information from him, his link will be in the description for many videos, especially whenever I'm talking about it, but he does some pretty sweet work. I'll throw in the clips now of him hydro dipping the cow print on the intake manifold and battery fuse box cover. And I didn't mention this at all really, but we got the intake manifold back together, and Kyle did a great job on hydro dipping it. Cow print, he just did that in this question doing this. I don't know, I think I'm just gonna leave this black and just make that hydro dip, but I think it looks great. It came out amazing and it really goes with the cow theme. So now everyone that asks, they're like, you need to put cow spots on, get rid of your stripes and put cow spots there. No, I'm not doing that, but it does have cow spots all over it, so I think it's great. Nice little touch. And plus it's pretty funny. I mean, look at it. Here we are. This is where we are ending. This is the third day I've stopped by, just looking at it. Just like before, got everything pretty much all welded up. And got everything. These are where we're putting the bars. So we're gonna have an X going through the back. We're gonna have 2 kicks coming off the main hoop here, pretty much, like right here going back. And then we're also gonna have 2 more bars that are going up and down behind the back of the seat like before. So really trying to tighten it up as much as possible. So the next time you see a video, we'll talk about how this cage is being built in a computer system, 3D, and how they're getting the measurements, and then how it will be 100% repeatable. So if you guys would like this cage, if you guys are on the market for putting a cage in any late model car, or specifically for this one, it'd be a 5th gen Camaro, be sure to check out the next video. We'll go more into detail on that, how you yourself can have this cage and make it. This, honestly, it's the best fitting cage on the market. Nothing even comes close to that. The Rhodes cage I had before that you guys saw, that was the top of the line cage, and now this thing just beats it to death. And you know, it's in a computer system, 100% repeatable, clean, easy install. I say easy for putting a cage in a car, but I mean, it's definitely a badass cage. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Like always, comment, like, subscribe. We got more info, and we're going to show you guys putting the rest of the bars in this cage here coming up shortly. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Like always, comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.